So let's get started with the kind of a three-point adaptive form inside of Dynamo. So this is a screenshot of where we're going to go with this first part of the video. You could actually, if you wanted to skip the direct narrative, you could go ahead and start to create these elements. The overall concept here is this is the first rib of our system, and we're locating the 3 points using points by coordinate and a translate function. And then I'm just outlining them by this polygon by points. So this will be the 3 adaptive points that we're going to attach our rib to. And then in the next videos, we'll then move those ribs backwards through space and add a curve to it, and then mirror it over and so forth and so on. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to open up, I'm going to get to the right screen here. I'll close this off, and we'll open up a new file. Of an architectural template, and we'll go to manage. As soon as this gives me my control back, we'll go to manage and open Dynamo. And Dynamo is opening on another screen, so I'll bring that over. And we'll go ahead with a new document. And we'll go ahead right away and do a save as. And I'm just going to save it to the desktop as start rib. And I'll just save that. So we're going to start with getting a point on the screen. So I just right-clicked on my mouse button and bring up the search function. And the thing we're generally looking for is points by coordinate. So if I type in, that'll probably show up as the first thing. The minute we put that up on the screen, we notice we get a point indicating at the origin. And that's fine. We can start right there. I'm going to do a copy and paste then in order to get a second coordinate. And then we're going to insert those sliders. So I'm going to go right, so we have numerical adjustment. So I'll do slider and call up a number slider, and we'll go ahead and rename this. I think I have to do that by just double clicking on it. We'll call this the height. Oops. Sorry, I'm looking at 2 different screens. And we want to adjust the units in this. So we'll maybe go to a maximum height of 30 feet and make sure the step is 1. And I'll just close this off again. And now we can plug this in. And we're going to move in the Z direction or vertical direction. So I'll just plug that into the coordinate. And we'll slide that along. And since I have this set on automatic, that'll just continuously update. So there we have our 2 points. Now we need our third point. So I'm going to use actually a new command. I'm going to use geometry translate. And actually, I probably could find it quicker by searching. And I think it's going to be the first one here. So we have the geometry we put in, and then we can move it in the XY direction. And let me just slide this out of the way here. So we'll just take that last point and put that in for the geometry. That really just gives us a duplicate. So now we need another slider. So I'll just copy this one over because it's got good units in it. So I'll do a copy and paste. And I'll double click on it to rename it. And we're going to call this start with. And we're going to plug this into the X translation. And once again, I have to move this over. And now you can see how that's actually defining that third point. So there we have the 3 points that will be what will be our adaptive component, our rib, in our wood structure that we're going to use. And now let's just kind of visualize it by creating a polyline, or a polygon, should I say. So first thing I'm going to do is I need to bring those 3 points together. So I'm going to do a list create. This creates a really powerful tool. We'll use it a lot. We're going to have 3 points, so I'll make 3 items. We'll take the first point, the second point, and the third point. And if we look at this list, we'll have those 3 points coming out as a single list. And then we want to do the polygon by points. Input points, output a polygon. And we connect those two together. And then we have the start of our basic geometry.